time. How many of you are familiar with improv? And then they're like, you're all doing it right now. Okay.
You're all doing it right now. Ah!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 57 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Ports, and Evil Space Bunny is here. Space Bunny. I'm not going to call you Bunny anymore. I'm going to call you Space Bunny.
Space Bunny.
Space. I don't have that clip anymore.
Oh, damn.
I have this one instead.
Which one?
Bunny, how you doing?
I'm doing really good. How are you, Ports?
I'm doing good. I'm doing mostly good, other than my broken back.
Yeah, you're a fucking old man back.
Yeah, I carried my team so hard in Dota 2 it broke my back.
I fucking knew it. Yeah. Anyway, did you play video games?
Nope, I didn't.
I knew it.
Unless RuneScape counts.
Oh no! Did you just play RuneScape again?
I'm telling you. I'm addicted.
I know.
It's
you,
disgusting.
Oh my god! I know you're having like the best
The
time.
league is so fun. The stream I did on Friday is like the happiest I've ever been on stream, and it wasn't even like that successful of a stream. It was just like I was getting so much done in the game I wanted to do that I was pumped the whole time. It was great.
That's pretty good. That's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm drinking whiskey and it's drying my throat out a little bit.
Are you drinking? Are we drinking?
I'm drinking. I drink every time we do this, unless my parents are listening.
After what you told me, I don't think your parents are going to be listening.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I hope the games that I'm going to talk about this week, I didn't talk about last week because it's been kind of a weird week for both of us, I think, especially since we recorded so late.
Yeah. Well, our recording's been off. I mean, we haven't done Sundays really consistently in a long time.
No, I know.
Which is mostly me. I'm just like, I don't want to. Well, it was you for your work.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was me for like, I just don't care. I don't want to. I'd rather slave through a day at work and then do it rather than having one thing to do on Sunday is kind of annoying, right? Because even though it doesn't take that long, but it's like you just sit around like waiting for it. You're like, yeah, exactly.
It's literally the worst.
I mean, no, there's a lot of things that are worse, but yeah, in the spirit of that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not the worst, but it's also just one of those things that's just like, fuck, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I haven't checked my time in RuneScape recently, but since the 25th of October, I think it was the 25th or 6th or something, somewhere in the last week.
Right.
I've played something like 12 days.
Holy shit, you need to get a life.
And can I tell you this?
What?
I'm barely in the top 25,000.
Barely in the top 20,000.
Barely. It's disgusting. How are there that many people who don't have anything to do?
I mean, it is COVID times and things are closing up again. So, yeah, people have a lot of free time.
It's messed up, though. I should have more free time. Assholes.
Maybe you'll get to work from home again.
I doubt it. God, my company's so against that.
Oh.
Yeah. Unless literally mandated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. They're real cool. Although, when they did have us work from home, I didn't get my salary cut like my buddy did. So at least there's that.
What the fuck?
They told him we're expecting productivity to go down. So here's 20% less.
That's
20%.
Fucked. That's so fucked. That's so fucked. I would have been like, here's my 20%.
And you know what that does?
Yeah.
You know what that does? It makes you really lazy.
Really fucking lazy.
Especially because what you've done is undercut. Like, so if you're keeping somebody because they're working there because that's like their market value.
Yeah.
And then you start paying them 20% less.
Yeah. That's fucking.
Why do they give a fuck? They could get fired. It doesn't matter. First of all, they'll probably collect more from fucking COVID.
Unemployment now, yeah.
Unemployment, yeah. I don't know how it works now, but in the beginning, that's what it was. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't have to be a big fucking work thing, but fuck places that you have to work for, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. If anything
all
does
of
that
them.
to you, that's super fucked, and you need to get the fuck out. That makes me mad.
Yep. He did quit, by the way. So.
Oh, good. Good for him. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Let's fuck that place. I don't know who it is, but I'm proud of them already.
Yeah.
But, okay, so you played the League. You played your fucking RuneScape. Did you play Dota?
Yeah. I played a couple matches, but there's nothing worth talking about there. Yeah.
I had a friend that was complaining about... I had a friend that was complaining about playing Dota alone. And I was like, oh, you should hit up my friend Ports, because all he does is play Dota and RuneScape, although you might have a hard time pulling him away from RuneScape. But he'll take you on his team and then yell at you. He's like, oh, okay, I can handle that.
I'm a big yeller. I love yelling at people. And the only people that are still my friends in Dota, which is 4, by the way, which is exactly enough to make a team, which is fine. So if anyone's not on, we just don't have a full team.
It's not worth it.
Because I've scared everyone else away from yelling at them.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. They should flee.
Yeah.
But sucks for me.
I mean, sucks to suck.
I'm better at yelling at my team than I am at playing the game. So like I'm just playing to my strength.
That's me in the raid leading. Literally just screaming everything.
Raid leading like WoW?
Yeah.
Oh,
I screamed a bunch. Everybody thought I rolled with an iron fist. And they thought it was scary as fuck. I'm like, you have no idea. You have no fucking idea. Okay.
Fucking out there Ron Swansoning WoW?
Yeah, pretty much. I know more than you. And then just walk off. Anyway. Yeah. So Dota and RuneScape is your life, as always.
It's my life. I mean, Dota less so. I just popped on like just to socialize a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not even about. I'm not addicted to Dota at all at this point. There's no room for it.
There's no room for only RuneScape.
Yeah.
There is.
Yep.
There
exactly.
is no Dota, only RuneScape.
I'm off one hard drug and on another.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other night though. I was like, man, I just like stopped my Fallout 3 playthrough. I mean, it is mostly done. Like I'm right at the end of the game, but there is like a lot of side stuff I wanted to do.
You should get back on that.
So I should get back to that.
Yeah, or force yourself to try.
But here's the thing: the league only goes till January, and I'm you know.
Come on, you could do it.
I'm gonna be doing that.
Do it. 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks. Come on. Anyway.
4 more weeks. Yeah.
4 more weeks. All right. Okay.
What have you been doing?
I played a couple of games. I've been kind of visiting some classics. Like, I've been visiting snuggly games, as I call them, like Stardew Valley.
Snuggly Oh!
I love Stardew Valley.
I love snuggly games.
I did Stardew Valley, and Subnautica, the very beginning, is really snuggly until all hell
I was going to
breaks
say,
loose.
it doesn't stay that way.
No, it does not stay that way for very long.
Is it really? I mean, it's nice.
I don't know what it is. At the very beginning, it's so chill and just like kind of happy until you go out into the vast ocean and then you want to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been playing a lot of those games. I beat Horizon Zero Dawn on stream.
You beat it
after we recorded. Yeah, I finally beat that.
Very nice.
It was a little tearjerker at the end, and it wasn't super like ugly crying like Red Dead Redemption, where I pretty much fugly cried that entire stream. But I think it was just a nice, it was a good ending. It was really, really like kind of just like hits you in the feels real fast, just like a quick jab, and you're like, okay. And then you just kind of move on. I'm really excited to see what they do with the next one. I'm really actually excited because of the way.
Do they have a story DLC for that?
There is story DLC, a little bit, but not much. So there's the latest DLC, which is already out. And apparently there's another DLC planned for next year before the actual other game is released, which will be interesting to see. So I'm going to kind of keep following it. And I hope that they port it to the PC as they do the first game. Or the next game, but they probably won't, which, bums me the fuck out, but whatever.
Yeah.
I waited a year for this one. I can wait. So
I need to get back to that game as well, actually.
I think you should. I put 50.
I had a great time playing it.
So
it didn't stream particularly well. Like, it didn't... my numbers were shit.
Yeah.
And also the frames kind of jumped up and down, but that was day one. Maybe it's a
lot better now. I only had it was mostly cutscenes where I had a few issues. Like one of my cutscenes, the character's face was like pretty much completely gone, and I'm like, am I playing an N64 game? It was probably the funniest fucking thing. I'll send you a clip later.
Wait, so it wasn't invisible? It was like flat?
It was like flat almost, and like
That's awesome.
Just weird fucking accents. It was the funniest fucking thing. But
I wish, you know how there's like a resurgence? I mean, there's kind of been one forever with like fuck, what's that shooter series called? Sam something?
Oh, Serious Sam?
Serious Sam?
Yeah.
So that's been around basically forever and never let nostalgia die, and Doom sort of did the same thing, although they took a longer break.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is, like, everybody now makes shooters
like
that look like they were done in the 90s.
Yeah, no.
Or the early 2000s.
I
wish that people would make shitty PS1 looking horror games now.
Like Lost in Vivo. That's what Lost in Vivo reminded me of. It reminded me.
Oh, really?
Yes. It looked like Silent Hill. And it was really shitty looking, and it was really good.
That's great. See, I want that shit.
We need more of Lost in Vivo. Everybody needs to play that game. So it's kind of funny that you mentioned that, because that's what this game reminds me of. It's called Perfect Vermin. They also made the game called Night of the Consumer, but Perfect Vermin is literally 20 minutes. Night of the Consumer is a little bit more.
Isn't Night of the Consumer that fucking really weird thing that takes place in a grocery store or some shit?
Yep.
I remember browsing that through my queue, and I was like, what in the tits fucking ass is this?
So fucking good. I love Night of the Consumer. I should probably do a thing on it. But Perfect Vermin is basically by the same people. There's multiple endings, apparently. It's really fucking weird. It's really bizarre. You don't understand what the fuck is going on, and it's only 22 minutes. And
22 minutes.
Yep, go play it.
That's 8 minutes longer. Or 8 minutes shorter than the shortest game in my library, I think.
Well, I think you should check out this game. It's free on Steam. I think everybody should at least experience it. I kind of want to go play it after recording this, because it's just so fucking weird. And we played it on stream, and everybody's like, what the hell is happening? And I'm like, I don't know, but we're going to keep doing it. And then we beat it. And I was like, okay, let's do something else for like 30 minutes, chat. let's do something like happy and recover from this, because that was terrifying.
Wow.
It was just a really fucking weird game, but it was an experience, and I think everybody should definitely check it out for sure.
Okay. If I take a break, if I did get to anything that's not RuneScape this week, I'll make it that.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's on.
Was it called again?
Perfect Vermin.
Perfect Vermin. Gonna download it right now.
Do it. It's really small. That's what she said. But yeah.
Oh, hey, Halo 4's out. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did. It's all over Steam.
Yeah. I haven't looked at Steam yet today. I haven't looked at Steam probably since October 25th.
Oh, no. How could you? I'm kidding. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much all I played this week. My week's going to be a little chaotic because I'm going to be moving at the end of the week, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but are you ready for some news? Yeah,
let's bring it in.
Okay, so
extra.
Read.
Hear all about it.
Oh yeah, hear all about it, not read.
Yeah.
Who reads? I do.
I mean, I guess maybe I could type up some notes. I probably won't though.
No, don't worry. Okay, so I found this. This is kind of like a little feels good nod at Konami, of all people, to like have a nice nod to. So if you played Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pains, one of the characters, he loses his arm, Venom Snake, and he loses his arm.
Spoilers.
I'm sorry, he loses his arm.
What the hell?
Spoilers.
Now you're going to tell me the naked lady's not a real lady.
Ports. Anyway.
What?
So he gets a prosthetic arm, and he gets like this bionic arm and everything, and it's really cool. It's like black and red, and now they decided to start making these as real prosthetics for people who have either, like right now it's just for below the elbow amputees, or obviously anybody who didn't have an arm for whatever reason. I don't know. This is getting weird.
So theoretically, you could just chop off your arm
if you
below the elbow and go get one.
Yeah, if you want to start augmenting early, but I don't think it's as cool as Deus Ex, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, being an early hardware adopter, that doesn't involve chopping off limbs is a shit situation. I mean, console launches are poor. There's nothing to play. You're going to have probably some defects in your arm if you go in at this point, is what I'm saying. So you're going to have to upgrade, and it's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah, and then Sony
there's going to be no backwards compatibility. You're not going to remember how to flip people off. You're going to have to relearn that. Download the software.
The software to flip people off. Could you imagine if that's what augmentation turns into in the future? Oh, my God. You don't have this gesture. Download it now. Microtransactions. Microtransactions. Yeah, that would be terrifying. But, so they started making a prosthetic arm based off of fucking Metal Gear Solid.
I think that's awesome. And if you don't have an arm, go get one.
Go get one, obviously. They'll give you more than a hand. Anyway. So, I don't know if you saw this, but somebody came into my chat and... And
it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Okay, go ahead. Just costs an arm.
God damn it, we're going to hell. So Ubisoft had a hoax, or like nobody really knows what happened at Ubisoft up in Montreal, Canada land. And these were
nobody knows what happened.
It's kind of a weird situation, and there's still not a lot of information on what was happening. But the police responded to like possible threats. There was a couple of different things that were being said, and nobody's really fully talked about it. But eventually what happened is the small staff that was at the Montreal office for Ubisoft, because most of the people are work from home and telecommuting and all that jazz, the managers led the people to the roof, and then they barricaded everybody on the roof and stuff. And so they were standing up there. And eventually, they were evacuated from police. There was reports of people threatening to blow up the building, threatening for ransom for $2 million, which, obviously Ubisoft probably has. But
But also, is it worth it?
I mean, these people just did Valhalla, so they were the lead on Valhalla's development and everything. But
that makes them worth $2 million?
I mean,
that's like a celebrity's kid or something. A corporation's not going to pay for an individual for $2 million. I mean, unless it's like a whole office or something.
Mm-hmm. What about the Lindenberg baby?
I'm being insensitive about this hoax.
Okay. But even the staff on site, as they were working, there wasn't like a lot of people, but it's still just like this weird thing that kept happening, and like everybody was freaking out. People at home who started seeing shit on the news didn't know what was fully happening and just posting pictures, and like it was just kind of this weird mess. And the police like searched the building, they looked for everything, and they determined that they found no threat. But there also has been like these weird speculations that there was this like bomb threat or this like ransom and like hostages and stuff, and it's a weird fucking mess. And like,
but nothing really happened. It was just somebody called in a tip or something.
Somebody called in like this fake threat.
Wow.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. Like, it's Canada land. I don't know what their laws are against like creating pranks like this, especially when they do shut down a workspace or like any kind of like public building and stuff like that. Because I know if you do that shit in America, it's a felony, and you could do like
a lot
hard
of time.
Yeah, you do some fucking major hard time, even if it's just like a.
I'm related to somebody who did that, and they got 20 years, and they got out in 4 with good behavior or something. It was like they want to make an example of something like that. So you get the headlines that say 20 years for, this fake bomb threat.
20 years. Yeah, so they can throw the book at you and then you get out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And it was just, like I said, this really weird and awkward situation. And, like, people, they're still, like, having this whole thing is, like, if you have any tips or if you have any things that can shed the light, call their crime stoppers, basically.
Call the crime.
Call the crime stoppers. Call the crime. Oh, you found my note. Good.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, okay. It's okay. So another thing I wanted to talk about is Microsoft and Bethesda. And it's finally starting to happen, where the thing that everybody's they weren't going to say happened is kind of happening. Because, like, when Microsoft acquired Bethesda and all the people under ZeniMax, they said, it's like, yeah, we're just going to leave them alone and kind of let them do their thing and stuff like that. Especially since Bethesda has exclusives with Sony and the PlayStation. But now the CFO is cracking down, and he's all like, yeah, so this is a direct quote from him. He's like, so again, I'm not announcing pulling content from platforms one way or another, but I suspect you will continue to see us shift towards the first or better or best approach on Xbox platform with their games. And so it's going to be interesting to see how Bethesda handles this, especially since they've been kind of able to do their own thing. And,
yeah.
You know, they've always just been able to do whatever the fuck they wanted. That's why they've released buggy shit shows as they are. And
you're saying that's going to get better?
I hope so. Like, Microsoft might actually hold them fucking accountable. Because, like, if you...
Nah, I mean, as long as they're making the money, right?
I mean, yes and no, because
Bethesda makes money.
Bethesda does make money, but there's also, like, the whole community behind Bethesda. Like, it's really the modders and everything that actually makes their games better at the end of the day.
Yeah, but who cares? Microsoft doesn't give a shit. They're shareholders.
That's true. That's true. But I'm kind of hoping that Microsoft does hold them accountable for releasing buggy-ass messes in these fucking shit shows that they do sometimes. Like, I love Bethesda. You all know that. And as much as I shit on Todd Howard for 76 and, like, everything else, I still love Skyrim, and Oblivion is still my, like, probably one of my top-played video games of all time on my Xbox, and same with Morrowind. And, you know, it just... it would be nice.
I love Bethesda too. I just don't think that I don't think Microsoft has the motivation unless they start losing money.
I mean, they could if they start doing refunds and stuff like that. Since more and more companies are now accepting refunds, it'll be interesting to see if that actually does happen.
That's true. I wonder what it's gonna be like under new management, where like Fallout 76, for example, flopped out the gate.
Yeah.
Pretty badly.
Pretty bad.
And then, I don't know, they just kept shoving shit in there no one wanted, but they have a base that pays for it now for some reason. But in the future, you could see a scenario where they do something like that, and they're like, you're done.
You're done. You can't do this shit no more.
You're done.
You're done.
Go make Elder Scrolls 7 through 8, you assholes.
Fallout's dead. You killed it.
Now do Skyrim 76.
Like the poor mod developers that were trying to make the Skyrim fucking Skyrim Together mod.
Multiplayer, yeah.
And like that's just still a hot mess because they have such a hard time dealing with the way that Bethesda's coding is. And they just can't fucking handle it at all.
It's interesting because, like, I don't know. Bethesda, everyone's expecting a new engine with Elder Scrolls 6, right?
Yeah.
But what if they don't?
Oh my god, if they
don't
make a fucking new engine, it's going to be a mess.
Because that thing must be severely limiting them. And
Absolutely.
The thing that I've been paying attention to the most recently is RuneScape, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And they run into stuff all the time where it takes them ages to get anything done because of
how old
it is. And they can't overhaul it because nobody wants, like, the reason old school exists is because no one likes the new shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so they can't mess with it that much. So they have to work within the old framework. But people want new features that, inside that old framework. So it's like impossible.
I think I brought this up before, but it's like the original bag slots in World of Warcraft. For whatever reason, they have such a hard time expanding the original bag slots because of the way that it was originally coded and how much of a fucking shit show. And same with how Classic was originally like starting and stuff like that. The reason why they didn't want to do a Classic server or servers and stuff is because they didn't want to fucking go back and like deal with the old shit and the old fucking mess. And like one of the it ended up being like people who were obsessed with Classic running private servers and other people who stepped in to help Blizzard. And I don't know if these people like got paid or got anything out of it other than having the Classic servers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
RuneScape private servers existed for a long time too.
Really?
People just make what they want to make. I mean, City of Heroes came back that way too. There's a bunch of people playing that still.
Oh yeah, I remember that
through
shit.
private servers.
I remember that shit. I mean, I played City of Heroes and I played for a bit.
You know what game doesn't have fucking private servers? You know what game fucking doesn't have it? Marvel fucking Heroes. The only game on this earth that matters.
Marvel fucking Heroes. I read.
If that game came back, I would drop RuneScape in a fucking heartbeat.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to play that game so bad. I literally bring it up like 4 times a year on my Twitter. And it's way more than that in my private life. My friends are sick of hearing about it. Every time there's an ARPG talked about, which is kind of often because they like Path of Exile and fucking Diablo and shit. And I'm like, yeah, but Marvel Heroes is better.
Yeah, but Marvel Heroes was way
And then they're
better.
like, yeah, but you can't play that, can you? I'm like, oh, fuck.
Weren't they working on something that was like Marvel Heroes Omega or something? But that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was while the game was live. It didn't come back. They just like sort of relaunched it. And it was way better after that happened. It was cool, sort of like Destiny wasn't Destiny until the Taken King or whatever the fuck it was called.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Or Reaper of Souls actually is a perfect example. Like that game sucked until Reaper of Souls.
Yeah, Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo 3.
Yeah, Diablo 3. It's okay.
I figure everybody knows, but maybe they don't know. Maybe you're new to video games. If you are, what the how did you hear about this?
Yeah, are you drunk? Or did you wander in here drunk like me? That's fair.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Drink some bourbon.
You browsing the internet drunk again? Share this with all your drunk friends.
They can smell the bourbon on our mouth.
On
our mouth? What's wrong with me?
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, at least it's not like the disaster that is Marvel Heroes. I wasn't going to bring this up because I already feel like it's a fucking dead horse that I continue to beat on because it's pretty funny. But Marvel Avengers lost 96% of their original like player base.
Wow.
96%, yep.
You know what's weird? I've seen a couple people streaming it still.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is going on with you? That you're still playing this. And I know that's awful because I like shit that no one likes, but it's so obvious it's terrible. It's just, the moment I played it, I was like, this is bad. It's just bad all around. There's nothing good about this.
Yeah.
I don't think they even had an idea that was worth exploring. I can't imagine what people saw like still see in the game.
I don't know.
It must be the hardest case of like avoiding buyer's remorse I've ever seen.
I have to get 50 hours, $1 per hour. Yeah, no. Some people are like that.
I know.
That's how I felt about Anthem because like I watched one of my friends play Anthem over and over again, and I was just like,
yeah,
how are you still playing this fucking piece of trash? You look bored.
I bought Carry On, and I didn't even play it. I watched somebody else play it, and my buddy was like, "Are you gonna refund it?" I was like, "No, like I'm happy that they got the money from me. Like I watched somebody else play it, but I want them to make more games like that."
Yeah, I love Carry On. That's such a good game. I thought you were gonna shit on it and was about to scream at you.
No, I think it's a great game. I think it had like more stealth than I was comfortable with.
Yeah, same.
I didn't really know that it was gonna have that because it seemed like it was gonna be a power fantasy game. But then it was like, oh, it's like a weird puzzle game.
It's a weird puzzle.
But I'm so glad they made it.
Yeah, for sure. For fucking Jersey. Okay. Do you want to shit on Twitch?
I love shitting
I know
on
you
Twitch.
do. So that's why I saved this for last before we talk about Baby Yoda.
Fuck that stupid company. Have we started yet?
I mean, we can start right now. But I don't know how much you watched of it. A couple of my friends watched more than I did because I had to go to work. But GlitchCon happened on...
I'll be very honest with you. I don't even know what that is.
GlitchCon was...
I have heard of it, and I saw people with badges. Don't know what it is.
GlitchCon was basically the replacement for TwitchCon.
Oh.
So it was all online, and it was all being streamed and everything. And so, like,
oh,
all the announcements and stuff like that they would have done on stream or on the stage or whatever, they basically just read them awkwardly from their homes. And holy shit, it was cringe for me. I sent you that one video. I don't even remember who that is that was talking, but his mic audio was so bad. And
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and he's like just staring forward and just like reading like just like a fucking robot, and it was just he just felt so impersonal. Like, I understand that they have a script, but like it's his first time reading it. That's how it felt, and it just felt super awkward and super weird. And then there was this other guy in a suit, and he talked like, I don't know what his deal was. Like, he was trying to be like Morgan Freeman and just like have these dramatic pauses, like, but he came off as like Captain Kirk with his random pauses and just like this slow, drawn out talk.
I want to see that. Do you remember?
Oh my god, I don't remember. It was so bad.
Okay,
I'll
let's
find
look
it.
for it after this. I really want to see it.
I'll find it for you. And it was just so awkward. And I'm like, I was talking in my Discord about it, and they're like, GlitchCon is happening. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this as I was getting ready for work. And I was just, that's when I sent you that clip. And then like, I watched for a while.
I didn't understand that's what that was for. That's funny.
It was so just awkward and just so bad. And like, people in the chat were talking about DMCAs, and they kept trying to bring up DMCA talks and stuff like that. And they were just like ignoring the chat and ignoring everybody's like concern. Meanwhile, you know, DMCAs are now going after fucking like,
you know what Twitch should do about that, by the way?
What? Fucking fight.
They should be like, hey, we didn't make the law. Call your congressman.
Yeah, but at the same time,
that's what they should say.
At the same time, Twitch should be protecting us, and like Twitch should be protecting its streamers and stuff, because getting taken down for a video game sound effect is the dumbest fucking thing ever. And their suggestion is for people to mute all of their in-game sound, everything.
That was some idiot on their social media account. That wasn't a real. That wasn't an official. I mean, it came from the official account, but it's not like it's not like they thought about that, wrote it like a speech about it or something. It was like some idiot is running their fucking social media. Obviously,
like them being held accountable for anything that they fucking do or say. I mean, it's just... Yeah,
I'm saying they should fire that person for sure.
Oh,
but if you really think that's going to be their solution, then you're out of your mind.
Yeah, it's just insane, because like this DMCA thing is getting kind of crazy and a little bit out of hand. People are fucking facing bans for like 4-year-old copyright violations. Some are getting DMCA flags for videos that were already deleted. Like, some guy got banned. It was for a short ban because they unbanned him pretty quickly, but he got a DMCA strike for a clip that he had already deleted 2 weeks prior to all this. But they're like, we found this clip on this date. It's like, yeah, but that video was gone already by then.
So the thing that they need to fix right now, that they definitely can, is stop just doing it. Mm-hmm. Stop just banning people because there's a DMCA strike. That's what they're doing. That needs to stop. It should be on them to investigate it.
Right.
You don't just like ban somebody and then go, well, you can appeal it.
Oh, you can appeal it. You can figure it out and figure it out yourself. Yeah, it's really fucking stupid. But like the thing about like the video game sounds is like grandfather clock chimes, bird noises, insect noises, police sirens, wind. We're getting people in trouble.
That's hilarious.
It's literally.
I mean, not in a real way. It's that very sad, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
That it's that bad.
It's so bad, and it's.
Can you even copyright those things?
I don't know. I mean, I guess the will help.
Every fucking movie has the same 10 sounds in them. All of them. You could just pay attention to the sound of doors and shit. Like some of that shit is just fake and put in.
Yeah.
It's all the same fucking noise.
It's the same fucking noise. I assume we're gonna get banned for walking sounds in video games and shit. And like forcing people to mass delete their fucking clips and stuff, and like people's content.
The thing that's really scary is that all of this shit is everything that people stream, almost, unless it's entirely yours, is copyrighted in some fashion.
Yeah.
All of it. Including video games.
Yeah.
So they could yank it away at any point.
Yeah. It's a little scary.
And Twitch has no control over that. And they're an entire platform based around this thing that's illegal, basically.
Yeah. You think Twitch would be trying to fight to change the laws, but they're not. They're just like, well, it's going to happen. We're going to let our platform die.
It's crazy. I mean, there's no competition. That's the problem. Everyone else died. I mean, Facebook is kind of around, but everyone who considers, or if you suggested to them, they're like, no, there's no fucking way I'm going there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to Facebook. If anything, YouTube.
I wouldn't go to Facebook on principle, though. Fucking hate that website.
Yeah, that website makes me angry a lot, unfortunately. But yeah, I just wanted to...
Fuck!
What?
Stupid ass fucking Twitch.
I thought you would like that. I just loved how they ignored their fucking chat and everything, and everybody bringing up these major concerns, and they're like, here's T-Pain. Look we're gonna partner this person live on stream. Oh, this is amazing.
That was like the army, and they were like talking to them about war crimes and shit, and they're like, ban them.
Just get rid of them. Yeah, pretty much.
We can't talk about that.
We can't do it. We're just gonna ignore you.
I get it. Like, this is complicated, obviously. I don't envy Twitch, but clearly
they need to pick a side.
We're doing something wrong.
They need to either defend it or just let the website.
Well, they can't pick a side because they're beholden to the law. There's no side to be on when it comes to the law. You have to obey the law. But they shouldn't auto fucking ban people. It's not the right way to do it. Because enough people will get hit by this, and they're definitely going to go to Facebook, who, by the way, is securing contracts.
Yeah.
You can stream shitloads of music over there. Did you hear about that?
I did.
Yeah. It's pretty appealing, I guess. I don't hate Facebook that much after all.
It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird.
Twitch came out of nowhere. They were not an overnight success, but they were a pretty fucking fast success. It could get taken away just as easily by this shit.
Oh, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. But, okay.
I don't really know how YouTube is doing. They have the doc, but I mean, his numbers plummeted after the first week of doing it. I don't know where he's at.
Yeah, he hasn't had a publicity stunt. That's literally Doc's thing.
That's all he fucking.
Is that's all he is. That's all he is.
Yeah.
Literally, I told you he was. He has these weird things happen, and it brings him fucking huge numbers.
It's always like
something
I don't know
controversial.
But it seems like it's his. It seems like it's his doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, how are you in that many scandals, dude?
I don't know. I think, like I said, I think he's just a fucking drama queen.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Well, I mean, he plays a character 24/7. I think he might be a drama queen. You might be onto something there.
I think I cracked the code, guys. He's a drama queen.
Yeah, I think so. He likes to exaggerate things.
I got, like, the fucking whiteboard, and I got the fucking string tying to different things.
Yeah, you're Charlie in the basement.
Charlie in the basement, and
Oh, it's Pepe Sylvia! He doesn't exist.
He doesn't exist. Like, crack the code.
What is Dr. Disrespect's appeal?
So good. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the news. Do we want to talk about our favorite
Star Wars character? Yeah, we went on a long time with the news.
Yeah, we did.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, good thing. You know what? Let's keep our review short since the episode was short.
Okay.
Let's spoil Mandalorian season 2, episode 3. Goodbye, normal people. Fuck off. We're gonna talk about Mandalorian now. Goodbye. If you want a real goodbye, wait till the end of the episode. Goodbye. All right. So.
Spoilers now.
Yeah. I missed it because I forgot about it again.
Do I need to text you on Fridays?
No. Just let me be embarrassed. Okay. Yeah. So every time it comes out, obviously very excited. You had a Twitch party, right? You said you were going to.
I just watched it with a couple of friends, that's all.
Or not a Twitch party. I meant a Discord party with people.
Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was nice.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Discord, I think the company hasn't fucked us yet. Is that true?
I don't think so.
I can't think of it. I mean, their servers go down a lot, but it's fine. I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not paying for it, what does it matter?
Yeah. So, yeah, episode 3. What'd you think?
I think it's probably one of my favorite episodes. Even though it was so
One of your favorite from this season or all of them? Wow. What's the other one?
My very favorite one is the very last one of the first season. No, maybe it's not the very last one. It's the one where all the Mandalorians are fighting with him to save the child.
Oh, yeah, that episode. Yeah.
That's literally the best episode ever. Because that was literally a childhood dream.
My episode is going to surprise the shit out of you.
Favorite?
My favorite? The Prison Break episode.
Oh, that one's so good too, though.
Okay. Almost everyone I say that to is like, I almost stopped watching after that episode.
They're wrong.
What the hell was wrong with that episode?
Nothing. It was great.
First of all, Bill Burr blew it out of the fucking park, okay? Like, that guy is in Star Wars, and he hates it. Holy shit. It was a mind-boggling fucking performance to me. Expectations being very low, because I didn't think he could really do it, but he fucking did it. Anyway.
He really did.
This episode was 30 minutes long. I was a little upset about that.
I know, I was too. As soon as my friend, he's like, oh, it's only 34 minutes. And I'm like, what am I going to do?
4 of those are credits, so it's 30 minutes.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So the first one was an hour. Second one was like 38 or 40.
Something like that. And now it's even shorter.
Even shorter. If we continue this trend, we will have a trailer at the end of the fucking season.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that little bite-sized thing.
What did you think of the revival of the Clone Wars characters?
Are those Clone Wars characters?
Yes, Bo-Katan is from Clone Wars.
Oh, see, I meant to watch that show. I never did.
I know. I started rewatching it again.
I tried like 2 episodes. I can't get into it. There's just like, I can't get into it. Anyway, so I thought those characters were all right. Mm-hmm. Nothing really stood out to me that much except, I don't know. It was a little confusing because at first it's like, oh, Mandalorians, and then you're like, oh, not Mandalorians, and then you're like, oh, wait, Mandalorian's not the real Mandalorian. So it's a little confusing, and also it's made me more interested in the Mandalorian's backstory because he was a foundling, right? So he doesn't have the genealogy. Yeah. So he really doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, other than what people told him, and that got fucking disrupted. I mean,
he literally was
quite a bit toward the end there.
Yeah, he kind of was literally like brainwashed into a cult version of the Mandalorians from what they made it sound
which
like.
Is interesting because as soon as she started talking about it, I was like, oh, I remember. In KOTOR, there's a bunch of different sects of Mandalorians, and that was 3,000 years ago. So, of course, fucking there would be different sects in that, like even more so. But yeah, you're right. He just got brainwashed, and I kind of want to get like more of a glimpse of that. Maybe we'll probably only get like that through exposition, like was in this episode. But still made me very curious, like Interesting. Because it's also me not knowing who that character from the Clone Wars is. I was like, she could also just be lying, right? It wouldn't be the first person who pretended to be a Mandalorian, so that could be fake. But yeah, I assume that's confirmed that they're Mandalorians then.
Yeah, they're from the planet for Mandalorian, and she was fighting Mandalorian. She was fighting from planet Mandalore, and like she was fighting for their freedom and to lead it, and like all that jazz and everything. And that's what the whole thing about ruling Mandalore is, the Darksaber, and that's why she's chasing it. And that's why it's like such a big deal that what's-his-face has it, because
I don't like that they tricked him.
Yeah, I don't either.
That part, because it's like this order that prides themselves on honor,
and then you did that. It's really shady, like, especially since he's like from this super extreme religious version and like this extremist version where they don't take off their helmets in front of each other. You don't know who anybody is truly. And
it's weird, though, that everyone around the galaxy knows that they don't take off their helmets, but it's only this weird religious sect that does that.
It's something to do with the Death Watch, which is what he is, from what I was looking up afterwards and kind of becoming obsessive now.
But isn't that weird that it's like the galaxy norm of Mandalorians?
Maybe they take their helmets off amongst each other and like amongst friends and family sort of thing.
That could be. Yeah, that makes
sense.
But
among regular people, they're just like, nah, fuck you, nerds. You don't get to see me. And that would kind of make sense.
Also, who is this motherfucker to judge? He took his helmet off. He couldn't wait to get his helmet off in the first season.
No, with a face like Pedro Pascal's, wouldn't you? He's beautiful. He's a beautiful man. It's that mustache.
Yeah, I agree.
It's definitely that mustache.
I didn't know him before the show, but yeah, that one shot of him that I saw was pretty good.
Okay.
No.
Oh man, I watched him in Narcos, which was a Netflix show, and it's really good with Pablo Escobar.
I always mix up that one with Ozark. I bet they're not even the same sort of show, but they're both on Netflix, and I scroll past them and don't care.
Okay, so yeah, there was that whole fighting and everything. The crazy guy with his like weird tooth thing, which I kind of liked. Instead of a cyanide pill, it was a shock tooth that fried his fucking brain.
Yeah, it was neat.
Also, the redemption of Baby Yoda at the end with the frog, and he's playing with the baby tadpole.
Is it?
Yeah.
I bet he still wanted to eat it.
Probably. He's a monster. Although remember what Mando said? He's like, no, we can't have any more pets on the ship. Yeah. So I thought it was cute.
He reacted to that way in a way that was. It's like Baby Yoda knows English almost.
He probably does.
He must understand. Well, you think so? It's probably more through tone and shit like that, and like context. But because he's an infant, right? He's not really.
Well,
although
he's 50 years old.
How's he gonna learn a language?
He's 50 years old.
Yeah, but he's a baby.
I know. Babies, you learned language when you were a child.
Yeah, but we don't know how early in development that is. We don't know how early in development this is.
He's got fucking force powers. He's gonna start talking in no time.
Okay, so he's going to have to talk English.
Yeah, he's going to have to talk English. He's not going to have his own language.
That's going to be interesting. He better not have an accent like Yoda then.
Oh.
Like a strange way of speaking.
A strange way of speaking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's going to be learning from all these people who talk normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be awkward. No. That's what I'm trying to say.
I swear to God, if they fucking do that, then I'm going to get mad.
I think they should just leave it to murmurs and shit. I don't know if I want them walking around talking. Yeah, happy Coos.
Baby Coos. I'm okay with this.
I was a little upset. I think the one flaw with this episode is that and with the last episode, not technically, because okay, so second flaw, sorry. They set this whole thing up where he was like eating the baby, like the fucking tadpoles or whatever. Or eggs, and nothing comes of it. literally nothing comes of it.
Yeah, it was kind of
I thought they were going to like get angry or find out somehow. Also, I made a joke to Fabian while we were watching it while they were like hatching and shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what if the parents just started eating the eggs? It was food all along.
It was food all along. That's clearly it.
He comes back and they're all just munching on it together, and he was all stressed out about it. See, even that would be a resolution. There was nothing about it. There was no. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted them to get in trouble for it, or something.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree that it was left sort of unresolved, but I mean,
whatever. They're happy now. Blue frog is with the pink frog.
Yep.
Cool.
The husband and wife, he got to fucking fertilize her eggs. Everybody's happy. Win-win, etc.
Yep. Baby Yoda was in the room when it happened. Kind of weird.
I figured he would have fertilized the eggs when they first met up, like immediately, just like fucking.
Oh, like outside, yeah.
Just throw it into the fucking.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably been saving up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just threw it into that fucking container as soon as he saw her. He's like, here it is. Just fucking dumps a giant like fucking gallon, like a milk jug's worth. Into that fucking tank. And they'll be like, yep, we just had sex. That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it.
He just starts singing the Lonely Island song.
I just had sex. We're gonna get DMCA'd.
No, you sing that worse enough. That's
okay,
we're good.
I'm glad I can sing terribly, but
no, yep, it's legally terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In a legal way. No, I mean it's a good thing.
Sorry.
I mean, be insulted, but it's a good thing
Fuck
for the
you.
show. You save the show, and you're bad at singing. That's all I'm trying to say.
My feelings. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I like this episode. There was a lot of things in here, but I wish it was longer, and I wish there was more.
There were a ton of things. It was weird that they revealed what's his name? What's that guy's fucking name at the end in the hologram thing?
Oh.
Did they give him a name?
Yeah, he's got a name. The guy who has the lights, the dark saber.
Yeah. What was that reveal for? It was like they did this dramatic shot of like, oh, it's him. It's like, yeah, no shit.
Long live the Empire.
Who are the other bad leaders we've met?
No, long live the Empire.
Yeah, that's true. They're very cultish.
They're very cultish. I mean, I feel like that about most like kind of mentalities where like people do swarm.
Well, it's how you have to make extremist behavior
is making cultist
happen
mentality
in the real world and also
in fake land.
In writing, because it has to seem real. So
fair.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
You would think there'd be at least one or two chicken shit fucking stormtroopers though. Like, hey, just go. I don't care.
I don't think they would be a part of the Empire anymore. I think they would have ran away as soon as it like started falling apart. Right?
Well, yeah, but that happened to Finn, and he stuck around for years.
Yeah, but like I think once the Empire actually started to collapse and fall apart, I think that's when he would have like more and more stormtroopers would have left. Especially like after the fall of Darth Vader and all that stuff.
I assume that they're not all from the old guard though, because I mean they'd all be old as shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Just an army of old men.
Yeah, I mean you can recruit susceptible minds.
Yeah,
for sure. I don't know.
They must have some money.
I don't know. If you guys are still listening to this, what the fuck do you think? How do you join a cult? How do you start a Star Wars cult? www.howtostartastarwarscult. Anyway.
Star Wars cults are the most reasonable people on this planet.
Exactly. That's it. Yep.
You know what I was thinking, strangely? As good as this episode was, I was like, man, it feels good to like Star Wars.
Yeah, it kind of feels
right now. But also,
what?
I kind of miss hating Star Wars.
What? I never miss hating.
I like hating it a little bit. Because it's so justifiable. It's so easy to justify. Yeah. And now it's like, ooh, Mandalorian's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but those fucking last 3 trilogies, let's go shit on those again. That's what I feel.
Maybe I'll watch them. Just relive the hate.
Get the hate flowing through you. Let the hate flow.
Yes.
But
I'm going to pick up my father's remote and let my hatred strike down the Star Wars. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Bunny?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Do you have more thoughts?
That's my thoughts. My 2 cents.
Great episode. Keep them coming, but longer.
Yeah, please give it to us longer, please. We're begging.
Give it to us longer, Star Wars. I know we didn't ask you that for about the last 15 years, but we're asking now. Give it to us longer.
That's what she said.
Make it last.
Anyway,
yeah, put on some Manilow and make it last.
I prefer Barry White. Anyway,
okay, sorry.
Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at our names, The Real Ports and Evil Space Bunny. Since Ports is streaming again, which makes me really proud of him. Proud of you.
Thanks. I'm proud of me too.
You just got to keep it up and just keep fucking slamming your dick against that Twitch store as it fucking comes down with the DMCAs.
It's subject to life. Also, I respect the shit out of this RuneScape streamer because he's been streaming for like 7 years or whatever. And he's like always the most fucking watched. I mean, not always, but he's very high on the most watched almost every time he goes live. And like in the thousands, which is a lot for RuneScape because they average like 8,000 as a category and he's like 3,000 as a person. So he still plays copyrighted music. And people in his chat all the time are like, you're going to get copyright strikes, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know what? If that happens, I'm going to retire. He's like, I already have my retirement plan ready. I'm going to go buy a fishing boat and live the rest of my life. And they're like, holy shit, are you serious? He's like, yeah, I've been thinking about this for a long time. And they're like, oh my God.
Oh no, what do you think? I think you need to capitalize on this in case he gets banned. It's time for you to start upping your game in RuneScape so you could...
Yep, I'm going to get fired at work. I'm going to get some unemployment and just start hitting it hard. Hopefully in the next couple months he does it. Otherwise I'm going to run out of money. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Anyway, sorry, that was a mean joke. But yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you. Star Wars.
Thanks for Star Wars.
Thanks Star Wars for being good. And thanks listeners for being great.
Yeah, don't forget to spread us around.
That's cheesier than I wanted it to be. Fuck you. Don't listen to this shit.
Do listen to this shit and spread it around. Okay, we love you.
Yeah, spread it around like shit on a wall. Pretend you're at a gas station stop in the middle of nowhere. And they don't lock their door. They don't give you the basket with the keys. They just let you in there. No one's around for miles. Just go nuts.
I hate everything.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Just go nuts.